Crowdworks runs an employment referral website. In July 2017, it participated in Telework Day, which was promoted by the national government. On that day, more than 100 employees teleworked, and the office was mostly empty.
I think the biggest benefit is that you don't have to commute. It was pretty nice being able to have breakfast with my child.
According to a survey the company carried out, 60% of employees said work efficiency and productivity increased as a result. Crowdworks introduced teleworking 2 years ago. Employees can freely choose where and what time to work, but they say not everything is beneficial.
I've heard from some of the employees that those who telework have a tendency to continuously work.
What's more, many employees have not yet used the teleworking system, possibly because of the limit to the number of times it's allowed and the need to submit an application beforehand.
In principle, it's a rule based on the trust and responsibility we give to employees. But at this time, we still believe we need to draw a line in terms of the minimum requirement.
But at the same time, there are also companies that are going one step beyond teleworking. This is a joint working space in Tokyo that's available for anyone to use. This man, who's busy working, is the president of a company called 6 Apart.
Everyone has started remote teleworking. I also work not just from home, but use these co-working spaces and shared offices as well.
All employees telework. What kind of company is it? We were taken to its office in Chiyoda Ward, Tokyo. There, we see
This is our office space now, and we have 30 employees, but only about 10 seats.
6 Apart provides website management and other services. On this day, only 2 people were in the office. There's no limit to the number of times employees can telework and no application process. Employees are free to work when and where they want to. The only requirement is that they come into the office at least once a month.
They're not evaluated on coming into the office and doing their work. Their work is evaluated based on actual achievements.
All employees began teleworking after the business was split off from the parent company last year. They moved into an office about a third smaller than before. As a result, rent and utility expenses fell dramatically, and they say they've been able to cut costs by more than 40 million yen annually. And as employees don't commute to the office every day, the company stopped paying the cost of their transportation. In place of that, they're paid a flat 15,000 yen a month as a teleworking allowance.
They can use it to buy devices to make it more convenient to work from home or remotely. I bought myself a nice chair. They're completely free to spend it the way they want.
About an hour and a half away by car from Tokyo is Tsukuba Mirai City, Ibaraki Prefecture. An employee of 6 Apart, Masakazu Hayase, lives here. Since he doesn't need to ride the train in the morning, he spends the time leisurely with his family.
I'm no longer busy getting ready to go to work.
At shortly after 9 a.m., he takes his daughter to the kindergarten bus and sees her off. Returning home, he starts working. When to start work and when to finish work may appear ambiguous. But
I start working after I send my daughter off. And when finishing, it's usually about the time my family has dinner. So, for example, my wife asks me when I'll be done for the day.
his wife is a homemaker and takes care of the home while caring for their youngest daughter. Mr. Hayase says he schedules his work according to when his wife wants to eat. On this day, he has a teleconference with other employees. While they don't meet directly that often, he says the number of in-house conferences has actually increased compared to before.
出社はしなくてもきちっと話できるっていうのはやっぱり仕事をしてる感覚にもきちっとなるってことなんですかね。
そうですね。
When I have time to speak with my colleagues, it feels I'm part of the company and I don't feel alone.
What's more, Mr. Hayase says that by spending more time in the local area as a result of teleworking, the scope of his work has also expanded. On this day, he's visiting the Social Welfare Council of Tsukuba Mirai City. His volunteer work in the local community led to the adoption of 6-a-parts system.
I learned about Mr. Hayase when he volunteered to take video of the Cherry Blossom Festival with a drone. And so we adopted his company's website system.
His interest in drone videography has also resulted in other work requests from the local community. He is now in charge of making PR videos for the local government. Since he can freely pursue his work and interests, he says he's been more proactive in taking care of the children, unlike before when he relied on his wife.
I can really spend much more time with the children now.
I really feel a strong sense of security now, and I'm grateful for this policy.
The work style of teleworking may also transform our lifestyles.